Hava here. Thank you so much for joining me today. First, I would like to just say welcome to my channel for those of you who are new. And for the ones who are not new, I would like to apologize. I have been on a hiatus, and you'll see why in just a little bit. But I would like to apologize for not giving you a precursor or a warning that I would be on a bit of a hiatus. But you guys, for the ones who are new to my channel, my name is Hava. That is not my birth name, but that is the name that was given to me by the Most High. And the purpose of this channel is to minister to the body, soul, and the spirit. And guys, I got to stay true to who I am. You know, some people say, oh, you need to focus on one thing and get your subscribers up and things of that nature. Okay, guys, look, I want you to subscribe. I want the channel to grow, but that is not my primary purpose. If I'm able to help a few, you know, then I'm happy. You know, it's not about money and views and things of that nature, although those things are wonderful, you know. But my sole purpose is to minister to the whole self, the body, soul, and the spirit. Back in 2011, I shared with some of you, or I've shared with you in previous posts, that I had began to get ill, and I changed my diet, and I ended up going vegetarian and vegan, back and forth vegetarian and vegan, and now I'm on a predominantly vegan diet. During my trials and my health trials and my transitioning, I wrote a book, and the book is called Our Journey Towards Eden. And I say our journey because my whole family are either vegetarians or vegan. So when I wrote that book, I really, the subtitle is A Spiritual Awakening, Our Journey Towards Eden, A Spiritual Awakening. Now, mind you, I think I'm just journaling and just telling you the story and about our transition and how you can transition if you so desire. But in one of my previous interviews, you can go back and look at my different videos. In one of the question and answering sessions that I did, one of the questions, I believe, was what was one of the most profound changes that you saw after going vegetarian and vegan. And I shared that the most profound thing that I noticed, I was spiritually heightened. I would hear things much more clearly from God. And at first, you know, it would just kind of freak me out because I didn't ever experience him. And guys, look, my relationship with the Most High go way back to when I was in my teens. When I was 12, I was experiencing God like no other 12-year-old was. I mean, so I've always been deeply rooted into the things of God. So, but after I transition and clean my body out, and it just seems like my spiritual senses were heightened. And I thought that I was just changing my diet and helping others and things of that nature. But as I embraced veganism and things of that nature and started studying, and I found that, you know, you can't separate the body from the spirit. You can't separate what you put into your mouth from the outcome, your production, your abilities, the things that you hear, the things that you see. They're all connected. I kind of tell people you can compare it to a say you get a fine car, which we are very fine. You know, we're fearfully and wonderfully made. So we would be that high end, above that high end vehicle. You know, that high end vehicle that you purchase, you can't put regular gas on it or in it. You can't take it to just any I guess mechanic. There's a special guide in causing that or allowing that vehicle to operate at its highest level and to give it, more longevity. So I found that one of the things that I can truly say is I've experienced all of that. But one thing, because of the spiritual heightening, I started seeing myself reconnected to the spiritual things that were lost in the slave, transatlantic slave, the things that were taken from us, and basically, you really can't explain it. You can't explain it, but the journey I thought started with the diet, but it was not just the diet. But me and Amadi, my husband, we found ourselves in the Motherland in August 2019. Now, when we started planning this trip, we had no idea that it was the year of return. We were going, we don't celebrate birthdays as others do, but we do recognize them or, commemorate them. But we were going to the Motherland for my 50th birthday, which, guys, is a jubilee. Can you believe that? 50 years. So that's why we were going, And when we found out about the year of return, it was like, wow, 400 years since the first ship landed in the Americas, the first slaves to come, which was 1619, leaving Ghana and going to Virginia. So those were the first noted. We should say noted. But anyway, 400 years. So there was a big celebration there, and it was the celebration was going on in Ghana. However, the Most High led us to Senegal. And while we were in Senegal, we were supposed to take a tour into the Gambia, but we didn't make it. But we just felt a strong connection to that region. So my hiatus, we actually went back to the Motherland in January, and we spent a good amount of time there. And guys, listen, all I can say is, no one can really explain to you the importance and the feeling that you get when you start to reconnect to your roots. Now, many people may be kind of confused with me and this African thing, because we are very open in saying that we do believe that we are the descendants of the children of Israel. But you guys, this is why hypocrisy and the things that are being taught in some of the churches that we know of today, they don't deal with the historical part. They don't deal with who the children are and the significance, and also what we as the descendants of Israel need to understand is that when we came out of Egypt, we had mixed with Hamites, which were Egyptians. Joseph married an Egyptian woman, and his two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim, married African women, or I would say Egyptian women, who are children of Ham. Even though we went in Shemites, we came out mixed. And not only that, I went a little, I would say further. Judah, which many of the black people in America say we descend from. I don't know. I'm going to wait till the Most High tell me what tribe I came from. But I do kind of believe that, we may be Judah. But Judah had two Canaanite wives, guys. So for the Africans or the black people out there that's saying you don't have African and you're not related, you're Israel, you need to go back and read and stop being hypocrites, guys. Look, we are from the Motherland. If you look at even Abraham didn't originate in Israel. he came out of Africa and he got away from his kinsmen and he went into a land that he did not know. So guys, you know, we can't get away from our African ancestry. And you know, one of the things that I say, and I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible. One of the things that I tell people all the time is, I'm not going to put down church, guys. I did church for a long time, and when I did church, it was good to me. So I would never be one to put church down. But what I would make an appeal is to churches is to teach the full gospel, the full counsel of God. New Testament, Old Testament, and don't veer away from it. You know, that's what I would admonish you to do. But one of the scriptures I like to take people to, and in your time, in your prayer time, go read Joel chapter 2 and chapter 3. Now in chapter 2, it's going to tell you that, you know, that the Most High is going to restore what the palmer worm and the cankerworm ate up. And, you know, I remember that scripture in church and we would shout, 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 right? But only until me and Amadi started experiencing being reconnected to our roots and learning how to cook foods that we would have been cooking here. In our last trip in January, a young lady taught me how to cook like three or four African meals. I've been cooking them since I've been home. You know, we've been learning some of the Wolof language, you know, just being reconnected. You know, guys, it's nothing like it. Just think of a child that was taken from their mother at birth and taken to a land that was foreign. They didn't look like the people. They didn't act like the people. They never understood why they couldn't assimilate or that they didn't fit in or never would be accepted. You know, and then one day they found out, I have a mom, you know, and then they go back to see this mom and they're like, oh my goodness, that's why I eat the way I eat. That's why I act this way. That's why I look that way. And you have this overwhelming feeling of acceptance in this peace that surpasses all understanding. And that's when Joel 2, chapter 2 and chapter 3 just comes alive. Guys, look. I am preparing, Amadi and I are preparing a 2021 tour, May 2021. We're going to keep it small. We're going to accept family first. We're cutting it off at 50. I'm not sharing the details now. However, there will be a video either attached to this or to follow. I try to keep my videos under 15 minutes. So I don't know. It may be attached to the end, but if not, it will be in a following video. But in that following video, I'm going to just give you a precursor of what's to come. And after I open this up for the family and we get a census of how many come in, I won't accept any more than 50. And before I go on, I want to let you know this. This tour, I am a travel agent, okay? So I'm qualified to do this. So this tour is my first fruit to the Most High. I'm not trying to make no huge profits on this. This tour will be pretty much as close to cost as I can get it. I want people to go and not be taken advantage of, and just experience the goodness and the restoration that the Most High is trying to give us. Don't reject the gift that He's trying to give you. So guys, look, if you're interested, you can comment, you can inbox me, but listen, I'm going to cut it off because I don't want to ramble, but please guys, please subscribe, please share. Yes, I have more vegan videos coming. Guys, look, stay tuned, get ready for the ride. Thank you so much. Hava out. Mwah.